Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry if you guys hear my ice machine in the back. I mean, a girl's gotta have ice. But this week's vlog is gonna kind of be just showing what it's like as a marketing graduate student at the University of Kentucky through the online program, what workload is supposed to look like, or what the workload usually looks like for a week as a full-time student, and then just how I keep my routines up, do things that make me happy, and just like my life outside of class as well. So that's what this vlog is going to be, because I feel like when I was always looking for like marketing vlogs early in my college career, I never saw any, and especially didn't see any for marketing masters, which I think is a pretty new thing. So I'll give the internet a pass for that. So yeah, as you guys see, I got ready. It is now 11:30. I honestly got my morning started way later than I thought I was going to, but yeah. So my breakfast slash early lunch is this avocado toast with bacon and balsamic vinegar, and then I made this coffee. Looks so good. It's cold brew, blueberry syrup, vanilla creamer, and oat milk. Yes, oat milk. I was showing my friends earlier and I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. So we'll see if this tastes good. Of course, I use a blueberry syrup recipe that Natalie Zayet puts on her TikTok, which is 1 cup blueberry, 1 cup sugar, 1 cup water. Then you just like put it on the stove for a bit until it gets soft, and then you can either strain it or put it in a blender. I don't have a strainer, so I obviously use the blender, and then you pour it into a little jar to store. So I'm super excited, and hopefully this tastes really good. Don't mind me using my wallet straw. So let's taste test this. Yep, that is so good. Yeah, that hits. I'll literally be making these all week in this vlog, but even though I got my morning started, I'm just gonna eat real quick, and then I will tell you guys like what to expect, what my plans are for the day. And it's raining, so this vlog is already starting out a mess.
And more to come at 11, and I can't wait to turn up for y'all, because
yeah, it's
y'all.
Hello guys, I'm finished eating, back in my room. It's 11:41 now, and I just kind of wanted to give a little debrief into what my day is gonna look like today. And honestly, all my days kind of look the same week by week, but I feel like the best way to like kind of start this vlog is give a little insight to me, because I assume this video is going to be a lot of people who haven't seen me before. But in undergrad, I went to Western Kentucky and I got my bachelor's in marketing with a concentration in social media. And after graduating, I always felt like I just feel like there's so much more to learn. So I decided to go ahead and go straight into graduate school, and now I'm an online student at the University of Kentucky in their specialized master's in marketing program. And so I am a full-time student, so I'll be done within a year, and I'm taking 5 classes. I like love that since like I'm online and stuff, I can like actually like say like what my class schedule is, because it's like I'm just at home. You can't catch me when I'm at home. So I'm taking marketing 615, which is marketing communications and social media, marketing 610, consumer insights and analysis, marketing 622, personal selling and sales management, marketing 601, marketing research, and marketing 600, marketing management. And then this isn't necessarily like a course, but I'm also kind of doing like this mini career workshop course on Tuesday mornings, and you guys will hear more about that on Tuesday tomorrow, because I do sometimes have to like do like assignments and stuff for that, but we'll get into that more. But on Mondays, the 2 classes I have are marketing 615 and marketing 622. So I share that, so if you're like, this is the exact program I want to do and you want to be a full-time student, this is likely how your class schedule and stuff will look, and I'll let you guys know the time period of those classes when they're about to start. I do like it starts later in the day, so I do have more of my morning to myself. But yeah, I will say overall, a couple weeks in, I've definitely had to approach this program with a different mindset, because so far it's only September. We started school at the end of August, so I don't know, I still could be learning some new stuff. But honestly, if you went to WKU for marketing, just like it just so happens, like I would say WKU really sets you up, because I feel like I necessarily haven't learned anything new. But I'm like, at first I was like, wait, like I don't like that I'm not learning anything new really. But I will say I'm taking this as a sign, like as a good refresher, and it gives me the chance to look at things I've already learned that from another perspective, another angle. So I'm really kind of just really settled into that mindset. But yeah, so I have those 2 classes today, and obviously my first class, it doesn't start until 2. So what I'm gonna do is do my Bible study and then work a little bit on this like semester long project that we have on making a marketing plan. If you watched any of my undergraduate vlogs, I probably have mentioned a marketing plan for my capstone project, and it's literally the exact same thing that I'm doing now, except we have 2 things we had to choose from. So we're basically going to be creating a marketing plan for 2 master program options, either the one we're in marketing or the supply chain one. And our group decided to do supply chain just because it's different. No one else in the class is doing it. So yeah, so that's what we're doing, and I need to finish my part on it, but I'll probably talk to you guys more about that tomorrow because I'm meeting with my group about it, and I'm like, I don't have that class today, so we're not going to talk about it. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do before class, and I'll probably get to you guys right before I start class. Hello guys, so it is currently 1:47, about to get myself ready for my first class of the day, marketing comms. So I always take all my notes on my iPad through GoodNotes, and I literally could not recommend it more, because what I do is I will download the PowerPoint or whatever to my iPad, so then as they're lecturing I don't have to worry about getting every single word, and I can just like highlight the main key points, and I feel like it just helps me kind of take in more of what is actually being taught, because I'm not so focused on just like getting the words down. And then I actually just got a little notification earlier from my 6:15 professor saying we're not having class this Wednesday, so I just want to make sure I am down. Perfect. I'm just gonna have like the whole day to myself to probably just do some work. And then I finished one thing on my to-do list already, which was continue working on my marketing plan. So I'm gonna go in and I'll just kind of show you guys like what it looks like when it comes to me using my iPad and GoodNotes for notes. So I have everything in my GoodNotes like color coordinated. Each class has its own folder, and then I usually, again, as you can see, I have all my PowerPoints, and then just like a journal in there, a little notebook, just in case there's like other things that I need to jot down. So I'm gonna go to my Canvas shelf for this class. I need to download PowerPoint 6. And I found the best way so it's not wonky is download it from your computer and not from the Canva app yourself, because then it gets all wonky. And so it'll open it in the PowerPoint app. I'm gonna switch over, show you guys my computer, and then I do share, and then I always do send a copy. I do it as a PDF, and then I will airdrop it to my iPad, and then boom, it shall show up soon. And then I will go here, I will open in GoodNotes, and then since I already have that open, it will already do that, import as new document, and then voila. And as you can see, the formatting is perfect, nothing is wonky. And so what I like to do, we're gonna go to one of my other ones. We'll open this just in case. I like never have to do class notes in this class, but just in case. But let's see, we're gonna go to our last one, and as you guys can see, I just kind of highlight, write on it, all that stuff, so I'm like, a lot more in tune. And there's like a lot of stuff you can do within GoodNotes. I'll show you guys some more like how I use GoodNotes for like assignment, but for note taking, this is what I like to do. Just download the PowerPoint and then bring it up in my GoodNotes, and I just really love it. It's very simple, and I know there's a lot of controversial opinions about having Apple products for school. I would say for me as a marketing student, I've never had any problems. Even for my classes where I've had to use statistic software, I've never had a problem with it personally. I do have like the MacBook Air, the one with the M1 chip, like the first iteration of using the M chips in MacBooks, and then I have the iPad Air 5th generation, I believe. So pretty newish products. Not really, they're not terribly old. I mean, I got my computer 4 years ago, so still kicking, so that's good. But yeah, so that's kind of just my little setup. And then as you guys can see, in terms of products, I have this little stand so my neck isn't like this. And I'm just like sitting up, and then we have our classes on Zoom. So yeah, I just hope this vlog isn't too chatty. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking, but I feel like it definitely is important. So like if anyone wants to go to this specific program, they know exactly kind of what they're getting themselves into, or any other university's program who might be very similar to this. So yeah, I have class from 2 p.m. to 3:15, so not too terribly long. And like I said, it's online, but it's like at the same time as like in person. And the way UK system is very like seamless, very still, what's the word, interactive. Like I don't feel like I'm like just an online student and they're not paying attention. Like the professors really like pay attention to you, and like we're like kind of like on their screen, so it's like we're truly in the classroom. Discussions and stuff and group work is honestly very seamless, even if like there's people in person and people online. So I really like that. I start getting ready, hop on the Zoom soon. I'll talk to you guys after classes. There is a little case reading I want to get done in between classes, so yeah, so I'll show you guys that as well.
I just published this assignment. We do Sunday night.
Hello guys, it is currently 3:42. I actually just got done with class at 3:15, and I always like to make my breaks between my two classes a little bit, like depending on what I have for the week, a little bit of schoolwork, but also a little bit of chill and relaxation. Like I'm someone like I have to take a step away from the desk, away from my schoolwork, to really just clear my mind and de-stress, because if I let school take over me, I will not be okay. But so I just worked on an assignment, which I'll show you guys later, and downloaded a reading I have to do. But yeah, so now it is 3:42, so I have about an hour until my next class at 5. I went out, got the mail. I'm actually home alone this week. I've been home alone for the past couple of days. Obviously I can say this because by the time this goes up, my parents will already be back. I've been home alone, and so yeah, I have to do a little bit more stuff that I usually have to do in between classes. So I had to go out, get the mail, stuff like that. And so now it's chill time and kind of like lunch. I'm not extremely hungry, so I think I'm going to just have some chips and guac. I'll come to you guys with more school talk before my second class. My second class isn't necessarily my favorite class, but you know, we all have to do things we don't like sometimes, and all I know is I hate sales and I'll never go into sales. So I'm out in my living room, and this is my current lunch situation. Literally some guac. It expired the 21st. Say it's the 22nd. So I'm like, it hasn't been open, so surely it's good. But like, that's annoying. I feel like whenever you find guac in a store, it always just expires so quickly when you buy it. And then these are the best. I just got the Kroger brand, but just any tortilla chips with a hint of lime, or just lime flavored, immaculate. So I'm gonna sit here for a little time I have. Obviously you can see I got real comfy.
Here we'll probably take over some lawn chairs and need to grab the actual like screen that we set up, but it should be really pretty nice.
Sorry for the lighting. I'm also gonna cut Monday a bit shorter. It's gonna be storming all day, so I mean the lighting and stuff isn't necessarily gonna be the best, and I don't want you guys to have to hear like thundering and stuff during the background. But I'm about to enter my second class. Honestly, none of my night classes I have a problem with except this one. I just hate it. If you're not new here, you would know I took a personal selling class in my undergraduate, and I just hated it because I just do not like sales. I do have kind of a appreciation for it though, because it did push me out my comfort zone, and it solidified that like, yeah, I knew I didn't like sales, but now after this class I know I really do not like sales. But I thought I would have escaped it, but here we go. But then I'm like, okay, I have this class, and it's like then I'll literally actually never have to take a sales class again or have to do sales ever. So I'm just getting ready for that class. And basically the way this class is he'll do like a little lecture in like the first half, and then we do role playing as buyer and sellers with a partner. Each week it's a different role play, and always the Friday before a class I'll like go over, do the reading, because we're also reading this book, Spin Selling. Recently we've started having little assignments, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I mean, technically it's supposed to be an in-class assignment, but like it was ready early, so I went ahead and did it. So this is another way I use Goodreads, is I will download the assignments on here depending on the format of it. I will download the assignment on my iPad through GoodNotes and then write on it. So yeah, I think I need to go ahead and download one more slide, get that done. But yeah, so that's that. And then these are what the role play sheets look like for me. I always mark on them to make sure like I have the correct info, and just so I understand what's going on, what I'm selling. Because again, like for me, I have to prepare even more than probably a normal person, because I like the sales is just so not my thing. And honestly, I know it's probably not a lot of other people's things in my class. So, you know, I just roll with the flow and just try to think of what I learned last time. But yeah, I just have a little granola bar snack. But yeah, this is probably the last I'll talk to you guys for Monday. I'll do a case reading tonight, and then I have a podcast, which shameless plug, the fall that I need to edit. So I start editing tonight, and it's like a long episode. Me and my plans for the night. I think I'm gonna talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Hello guys, happy Tuesday. Kind of having a little bit of a rush morning. It's 8:55 and I have to join this Teams meeting for the career workshop at 9. So I literally need to join in a few minutes, but I got most of my morning routine done, so that makes me feel good. I do have to pee really bad, but guess I'm just about to hold it for the next hour and a half, which is terrible. Never hold your pee, but gotta do what you gotta do to make things on time. But so today is Tuesday. My agenda today is the workshop and then 2 classes. The workshop is only in September, so this is not a regular thing, but basically UK for the master's programs, the specialized master programs, is hosting kind of like a month-long career workshop to like better our LinkedIn, better our resume, things like that. But yeah, so it's been very helpful. The main premise and just about like showing up professionally and, you know, how to conduct yourself. I think today is going to be going over like our elevator pitch. Okay, I just joined, but even though I am on mute, I still get a little worried. Like, can y'all hear me? But anyways, I have marketing 600 and 610 today. So yeah, my Tuesdays and Thursdays starts a little bit earlier. My first class is at 12:30. So after this workshop, I'm gonna pick something to eat. I need to crack open an Alani. I want to tell you guys about a book I'm reading. That's kind of like a way I like to de-stress after a long day, but we'll get to that later in this vlog. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's 8:59, about to do this career workshop. So I'll see you guys after.
You only get so far, and just how important that is, and navigating your career. Then we started
hello you guys. Oh, it's a little blurry, but it's 10:22. Just got my workshop. Today's podcast list in. Yeah, I had a little eventful end because my Wi-Fi decided to kick me out, but then it seemed like the meeting ended early anyways, so I guess that's like a silver lining in it all. But I'm about to eat, which I think I'm gonna montage, but I really just wanted to film because I wanted to show you guys my sweatpants. These are literally my favorite sweatpants from Hollister. They're the freaking best. Yeah, that's really all I wanted to show. Also, I got a are you guys okay? Also, I got a package yesterday. It was like the funniest thing. I accidentally ordered this tiny size of my toter, which is annoying. I need to put in my earrings. But yeah, I just want to update you guys. Anything I do before my next class is gonna be montage, and then right before that class I'll give you guys kind of like a school update, what's on the agenda, what classes I'm taking today, and kind of what the prep for those classes look like. But if you plan on getting your master's at UK or any other school, definitely take advantage of like any type of career workshop they may have at your university or UK, because it is so freaking helpful. Like, I just learned that apparently using the quick apply feature in LinkedIn is actually like not good at all. Jobs will just auto reject anyone that they see applies through quick apply. Like, they really want applicants that really take time on their website. So for anyone who's watching this who is in the market right now or will be soon, keep that in mind. Hello guys, I'm gonna put you guys on my computer. Hopefully that stays, I'll just hold it. But it is currently 12:24. My next class starts in 5 minutes, and this is my marketing management class. This class is 12:30 to 1:45, so not too long. And essentially what this class is about is literally marketing management, marketing plan, segmentation, targeting, positioning, all that type of jazz. It's your basic, you know, catch-all kind of course about marketing. Yeah, I took this class literally my last semester of undergrad, so it feels very familiar. That's the word. It's very familiar. Usually with the work in this class, we have to read a case. I don't know what other grad schools look like, but for us, we have to buy course packs from Harvard Business Review. Our teachers or our professors will have like a bunch of cases and simulations and stuff. And so this week we're doing one about Magpie. Case reading was about developing and using buyer personas. With buyer personas is one of the most like interesting thing in marketing. And yeah, so that's pretty much what this class is about. Work-wise, I looked at my planner and I don't have any assignments to work on today, so that's pretty awesome. I will be meeting with my group for this class because it's a marketing plan project later tonight at 7:30. I need to join this class, have my window open to like just see what's happening outside since I am home alone, but I just love doing my work at my desk. Yeah, that's a little update. Now it's time for class.
Alright, so today what we're going to do is work through the Magpie case discussion.
I think one strength is kind of like a broad statement, but they just kind of made the buying process easier with less friction. And then from the side of the application for the publishers, it was an easy process for the companies, and it gave them a lot more customer data than from what they were already using. It is 3:21. My next class starts at 3:30. My class that I'm having today and that I only meet once a week is 610, which is consumer insights and analysis. And typically the format of this class, if you're gonna take it at UK, basically each week he gives us podcasts, articles, videos to watch before each class. It's like you always do work a week ahead in this class, which I really like. And then last week was actually really fun because we had one of the co-founders of a company called Ministry of Supply come talk to our class, so that was very fascinating. This class is essentially what it sounds like. We're just learning more about consumers and how they take in information and how to analyze the data we get from that. The past couple lectures have been about attention, perception, and our memory. And so I'm actually going to again download the PowerPoint or whatever we need for today's class. So today we're going to be talking about learning and association. So it seems like it could be a very interesting discussion today. I don't know, this class is kind of a weird time because I'm not necessarily like hungry for dinner, but this class doesn't end until 6 o'clock. So like that's the time I would get hungry, so I kind of need a snack, and you guys are actually bouncing on the snack, but this is what I'm having today. But yeah, I have to make sure since I'm talking to you guys, I'm not spending too much time yapping, so I don't like show up to the Zoom like last minute and I'm like stressed and like, oh my gosh, like I need to hurry up and join. So yeah, so that's just about the class. Hello vlog. Sorry, the lighting is about to be horrible for a minute, but it is almost 7:30, or no, it's almost 7. It's 6:53 right now. I'm gonna meet with my group, so I figured now would be a good time to tell you guys about like what the project is, or like what we're kind of talking about. Only like school thing, but I definitely kind of want to show you guys things I like to do to kind of like unwind after a long stressful grad day, because I feel like that's also important to like not let school consume you. Hello guys, happy Wednesday. I feel like this week is going by so slow but fast at the same time. That doesn't make any sense, but I'm like, for some reason I keep thinking it's Thursday, but it's Wednesday. Usually I would have 2 classes today. I would have 6:15 again, and then I have 6:01 later today, which is marketing research, which I'll get into that later. But I don't have 6:15. My professor last minute had something come up and he was like, well, we can't have class. So I'm like, I'm not complaining. So it is currently 11:36 and I'm just having a slow day morning. There is a little bit of work I want to do today, but I don't know, for some reason sometimes I feel like I just do not work well during the day. Like my class is not till 5. I know before then I need to take out the trash. That's pretty much, and yeah, and I'll talk to you guys when it's time for me to have my 1 class of the day. Hello guys, it has now become that time where I have class, yay. I don't know why I'm acting like this when literally only had 1 class today and I literally have had all day to just like chill. I have market research, and basically it's exactly what it sounds like. Basically just learning how to analyze data from like a survey and how you can use that data to make better marketing or just business decisions. So it's a lot of learning how to collect data, organize it, and then run tests on it through SPSS. And for this class is where I really love having my Apple ecosystem, because I like to also follow along with what the professor is doing on SPSS. So what I do, if you didn't know, if you have an iPad, depending on the generation, you can use your iPad as a second monitor. So what I do is I'll pull up the Zoom and I'll say like switch over, move over to iPad. So that screen is on here, and then I can still follow along on my computer. So it's the best. And then for this class I've had to like, since I'm obviously using my iPad as the monitor, I need to like write down examples. So I just have like this random notebook in my desk drawer. So I've been like using that. And what I've done is I've scanned them in my Apple Notes app, and then I have put them into my notebook in GoodNotes. So this is what they look like. Like I fully have entered the scans as new pages, like as pages. So it's really good if I ever need to like easily go back. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. If I need to easily go back and see what I did during the homework, and like even write like extra notes on it and stuff, but it's just very helpful. So if you have the Apple ecosystem, that's definitely a good tool. And yeah, but I have this class and then I need to finish my work on my marketing plan assignment. So yeah, it's a pretty chill, easy night for me in terms of school and work wise. This class is 5 to 7:30, which thankfully a lot of my like evening classes, we do end up getting anywhere between a 5 to 20 minute break at some point in the session. So it might sound like, wow, how could you like be in class that long? But it's also not bad because all the professors are very understanding and we get good breaks to like get up, use the bathroom, stretch our legs. And then also, sorry, I'm like jumping all over the place. I like to use my markers and highlighters when note taking. That's also why I love the iPad. I think something about the color and highlighting and underlining really helps my brain. But as you can see, I like to use these kind of differentiate everything. So yeah, and I know I'm gonna be using all this tonight. And this pin I got, I'm not gonna show like the front of it because it shows like where I get my hair done and like the number, but this pin that she gave me a while back is like the best pin ever, so I also use that. So as you can see, I just love to like highlight and everything and write in different colors. It just helps me. But yeah, I think that's the big update. Current setup. This is what I always like to have. My water bottle right next to me. My phone I will always put on do not disturb and put in this drawer actually, which we're gonna close because it's a mess. Don't mind the Goodwill box. But yeah, I need to join class and this has been a long clip, so I'll see you guys after class.
The line then, with prior number of times they posted, I can plug in the value and I can predict what their review is going to be.
Class is over, so now it is time to lock in. Hello you guys, it is obviously nighttime. I'm using my book light actually as my like little light for you guys, which this book light is like the best. It's from Amazon and it has like 3 different features, you guys. Like there's a button on the back you can press. Like tell me that's not amazing, and this is where it like clips, and like this is where it tells you how much battery is left, which I haven't had to charge it since I got it. But anyways, my current read is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I just finished Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I loved it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 and I decided this was my next read. Tonight when I have a little bit of energy, I'm going to try to stay up, read. And yeah, I'm not that far in, but basically this book, literally quick little synopsis. I'm very early in. I don't even think 5%. But yeah, reading is a good way. I like to kind of de-stress, just escape my reality and just feel happiness. JK, but just, you know, it's always good to escape in a little fiction book. But yes, that's my little reading update. I've heard conflicting reviews. Some people who are Emily Henry stans like were really disappointed by this book, and then some were like, wait, this book is actually amazing. We'll see. So far, I wouldn't say Miles is necessarily my type in a book boyfriend, but I'm very early in, so he has a lot of time to kind of win me over. Hello vlog, happy Thursday. It is 11:35. I only have one class on Thursday and it's just my 600 class, so it's at 12:30, and today is just gonna be like a work day. There won't be anything really interesting to show. Hello you guys, it's a couple hours later since I last talked to you guys. It's 5:02 now, and I have an hour and a half until I FaceTime Kelsey to help me with one of my assignments for my career workshop thing. But I decided, of course, I can fit some work in, so that's what I'm doing. Today on the agenda is for my 610 class, I need to listen to a podcast and then do the reflection and quiz, and then I need to do homework for my 601 class, correlation and regression homework, and then obviously the elevator pitch call with Kelsey, which I may need to email my 610 professor because I do not see the reflection quiz for the week posted, so I may need to email him. Yeah, today's been pretty chill. But yeah, so first I'm gonna listen to this podcast. We always, for the most part, listen to like these hidden brain podcasts. So today's is about shopping. I haven't read it, like the description. I just go and bond, and then we always get quizzed on what we listened to, watched, or read, because sometimes we have like articles and things like that, and then we get quizzed on it in our reflections, and then sometimes we have to like write a little something about how we feel about something or something that was said. So that's what this assignment is, and yeah. update because things have changed. Not really, but I was just like, it's already 7 o'clock. It's actually 7:19 exactly, and I was just like, I technically have one more assignment I want to do, but I just don't feel like doing it, so we're gonna move it to tomorrow because I'm just ready to rest, watch some TV. I don't know what yet, probably Stranger Things, either Stranger Things or Desperate Housewives. But yeah, I do that, and then I want to make a salmon bowl later, which I probably won't show you guys the process. I'm really excited. This is my first time like cooking salmon ever, plus I'm cooking it in our air fryer too, so I had to ask my dad, how do you cook it? We shall see how it works out, but I'm super excited for that. Until I get hungry, I'm gonna be chilling. I don't have my camera with me, so we're filming on my phone, but this is my salmon bowl, and then these are the little seaweed wraps I'm going to eat with it as well, but it looks so good. I'm so proud of myself. Hello guys, it is 11:37. It is Friday, the last day of this vlog, the last day of like my school week. I don't have classes on Friday, so typically whatever homework I don't finish on Thursday, I will finish up on Fridays. But I just finished recording my podcast episode with Liz, and then I'm going to do some Bible study, eat something, and then we're gonna sit down and log in. Even though this is the last day, I just really hope I gave you guys kind of a good look on what being a graduate marketing student looks like when you're online, and specifically if you're at the University of Kentucky. So let me know if I did a good job, and obviously feel free to comment anything you guys would want to know. But I cracked open this pink slush Alani. Honestly not my favorite flavor, but I just got it. I got about half of it left. I definitely needed the energy. But yeah, I'll come back to you guys when I'm back in this exact spot grinding out my work. First, I'm gonna do my 622 work, which is honestly just prep for me. So we're reading a book currently called Spin Selling, and I have it downloaded on my Kindle because I was not about to like go out and buy like the full book. So we just currently have to read through the book. The day I have the class, we'll have the discussions. I currently need to read chapter 5, which I'm like, let me see how long this seems to be. Okay, not too terribly long. On Kindle pages, it starts at 152 and it ends, it looks about 176. And so typically I just kind of like skim through, get the major takeaways. I'm not that interested in sales, so getting through this book is like the worst. There's nothing to see from me for this, so I'll come back to you guys after I read and review my roleplay. Hello, finished my first assignment, finished reading the chapter. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the roleplay documents or even the assignment are live right now, which is annoying because I like to be so prepared. So Sunday night, I'm just gonna look. So now I'm gonna get into my 615 social media journal assignment, and this assignment is going to be our experience with the social media marketing campaign. So we're gonna talk about the name of the company, the date of the social media marketing campaign, and describe the social media experience and how they use social media, and then how we would rate them. I do want to do an influencer brand because that's what I mostly see in terms of really relying on social media marketing. So there are a couple of brands I can do. I was thinking either Dairy Boy, Park, The Beach Club, and I know Set Active isn't a influencer brand. Neither is Park either. They now have become influencers due to the success of their brands. I can't really think of any other brands, honestly. Like, I know there definitely have been brands that have really like capitalized using social media, but I feel like they kind of already had like a presence before really social media marketing came off. So I really want to look into brands that truly like got started because of social media marketing. Like, that's where they spend all the ad dollars. Like, they're not, you know, buying commercials. So I just need to think on that a bit, think of a specific campaign, and then I will start writing about it. Okay, I Hi you guys, so I have finished my social media journal assignment, and as you guys saw, I decided to write about Dairy Boy, and I talked specifically about their social media marketing when they launched their pajama collection of the garden bed collection, and how they really, you know, kept to their brand of like the slow living, farmstead, Americana branding, and how they had themselves stand out in that marketing compared to other brands because they released a short film, which honestly I don't really see influencer brands doing from what I can recall, and how it was unique because they had different models playing a character of the pajamas. Like for example, I believe there was a pajama called Carrot, and you know, like they showed what it looked like, but then they also had a model kind of like become Carrot and be a little character in the short film. So I thought that was unique, and just like the pictures were so aesthetic. I love when I can do assignments that let me talk about brands that like a lot of people my age are seeing and buying from and talking about, and kind of like dissect what they're doing from a marketing perspective. We're gonna switch up locations, but yeah, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys for being with me this school week. This is probably a pretty long and chatty video, but like I said earlier, I just want this video to hopefully give you guys a good look on what it is like being a graduate online marketing master's student, because I know when I try to look up like grad school vlogs and like marketing student vlogs, there's like not a lot out there. So hopefully for anyone who was like me searching, you got what you needed from this video. Make sure to comment down below any questions you may have about my program or just being a marketing major and all of that in general. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.